So topic, okay. Is this the whiteboard? No, I don't have to do the whiteboard. I have to start doing things on this OneNote thing so that you will get the PDFs more easily. The Zoom whiteboard, there is sometimes the Zoom it doesn't have the PDFs. Okay. Stoichiometric calculation, stoichiometry. Stoichiometry. Okay. So what does stoichiometry refer to? It refers to, okay, so I think I have to, it refers to the amount of, it refers to the amount of reactants and products in a given chemical reaction. In a given chemical reaction. Okay. So in stoichiometry, in this topic, we will be calculating the amount of reactant and product, and in stoichiometry, we will be dealing with chemical reactions. Okay, chemical reactions. So tell me, if I have, for example, let us say carbon atom. We have carbon, and I have O2. Then this will give me CO2. Okay, any doubt till here? This will give me CO2, right? Samaira and Yusra?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if I have CO2 and O2, there are many pictures from this chemical equation. It can tell us about many things. And there is the first thing, that is the molecular picture. Okay, this is the molecular picture. So what does molecular picture say? Say, if you have one atom of carbon and it sees one molecule of O2 gas, it will come towards the O2 gas and it will form carbon dioxide. They will form a carbon dioxide molecule, right? So this is the molecular picture. So we will have one molecule of carbon and one molecule of O2, and it will form how many CO2s? How many molecules of CO2s?
Two. One.
2, 1. How many? Okay, so you are confused between 2 and 1? Think about it. If you have one molecule of carbon, one molecule of O2, this will add and give how many molecules of CO2? One molecule, because this one carbon atom and one oxygen molecule will give one molecule of CO2. Okay. Now this number 1 is also referred in the stoichiometry here. The stoichiometric coefficient now, this is what? 1 in each of them. Yes, guys? It is 1 in each of them, na? Yusra, Samaira?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Now the next thing that we will have is the molar picture, okay? Referring to the number of moles. Now if we have one, now you will tell me, if I have, for example, 1 mole of carbon and I have 1 mole of, so I have 1 mole, and this also I have 1 mole, I will get 1 mole of CO2 also, right? Or no? Yes or no? Tell me, if I have 1 mole, then I will get 1 mole of CO2. Fast, you have to tell fast, but yes or no. You can say anything, this is fine.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, I think you are not very much convinced. So please look and tell me here. If I have one molecule, I'm writing the molecules of carbon. Here I'm writing the molecules of oxygen, and here I'm writing the molecules of CO2 that will be formed. So if I have one molecule of carbon, one molecule of O2, I will get one molecule of CO2. Any doubt till here? Yusra and Samaira?
No, sir. No, sir.
No doubt. Okay. If I have 100 molecules of carbon, 100 molecules of oxygen, I will get 100 molecules of CO2. Is that right or wrong? Is that right or right? Okay, fine. If I have 1 million carbon, 1 million oxygen molecule, I will get 1 million of carbon dioxide molecules. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I have 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms or molecules of carbon, I have 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of oxygen. I will get 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of carbon dioxide. Is that right or wrong?
Yeah.
Yes? No? What is this? Why you are telling a very faint yes, very feeble yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes? Okay. What about Yusra? Yes, Yusra?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is this? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. It is 1 mole, na? This is also 1 mole.
Yes.
This is also 1 mole. Okay. So you can have the molar picture also. You can have the molar picture also. So this molar picture will tell you about the moles. So you have 1 mole of carbon. 1 mole of O2 will give me 1 mole of CO2. The next picture is the mass picture. Okay, the mass picture. Now tell me, what is the mass of 1 mole of carbon? You can look at the page number of 240 or it is 232 according to the addition of your energy. Yeah, very good. This is 12 grams. What is the mass of 1 molecule of oxygen? O2.
16.
O2, na?
16.
O2.
16.
So 16 is for one oxygen atom. You have 2 oxygen atoms here, so it will be 32, right?
32. Yes, sir.
Yeah, 32 grams. And what is the mass of 1 mole of carbon dioxide? What is the mass of 1 mole of carbon dioxide?
44.
Very good. Okay. So now this one chemical reaction that we have, this one chemical reaction, it tells us about molecular picture, it tells us about the mole picture, it tells us about the mass picture. This molecular picture is used when you are conceptually thinking about how the atoms are coming together, right? This molar picture is used because, see, this is stoichiometry 111. All the reaction happens in terms of their moles. And now, why is the mass picture used? Mass picture is used because we have to weigh in terms of grams. There is no weighing machine which can weigh 1 mole of carbon. It can only weigh 12 grams of carbon or 32 grams of oxygen, right? It won't show any indicator that where it will say it is 1 mole of carbon, right? So this mass picture is used for our daily use. The molar picture, because all the chemical reaction they happen in terms of mole, and the molecular picture just to think about and have a good analogy of what is happening in the chemical reaction. Okay, so please write this. Let me know if you're done. Then we will do one more chemical reaction in a similar way. So please copy this.
Done, sir.
So now we will do next chemical reaction. So please write, if we have, let us say, H2 plus O2, this will give us H2O. Also remember that we have to always balance this chemical reaction, okay? So how many oxygen molecules are there in the reactants, Yusra? In the reactant, how many oxygen atoms are there? Sorry. How many oxygen atoms in the reactant?
2.
Okay. How many oxygen atoms in the product? How many oxygen atoms in the product?
1.
1. So we have to do what? We have to multiply 2 in the product. Now, as soon as we multiply 2 here, the hydrogen becomes 2 to the 4. So I have to multiply 2 here also. So see, we will have the picture. So in molecular picture, we need 2 molecules of H2. We need 1 molecule of O2, and we will get 2 molecules of H2O. Any doubt till here?
Yes, sir.
No? Okay, in the
Yes,
molar
sir.
picture, can somebody help me writing the molar picture? Okay. No one? Sorry. Molar picture, it will be what? See here and tell me now for the carbon dioxide. You have to just tell me the coefficients. 2 mole This will be 1 mole. This will be H2O. How many? See the coefficient and tell me. It is just need to see the coefficient and tell me. How many moles? 2 moles. Correct. Now the mass. What is the mass of 2 moles of H2? 2 mole of H2. Hydrogen gas, 2 moles.
4.
2, 4.
4, no? Because one
Yeah.
hydrogen is having, yeah, 4. Okay, great. 4 grams. Oxygen is again 32 grams. Water will be how much? Water will be how much? There is no one? 2 moles of water, no? Calculate and tell me. What will be the molar mass of 2 moles of H2O?
36.
Yeah, correct. Correct, Yusra, 36 grams. Okay. Now, if you see and look closely, these chemical reactions, they are adhering to and they are not violating the law of conservation of mass, right? The total mass on the reactant side is also 36 grams. The total mass on the product side is also 36 grams. Okay. Similarly, here the total mass in the reactant side is also 44, and in the product side is also 44 for the carbon dioxide reaction. Okay. Now we will do one more. I hope you have guys copied, right? You're fast. Copied, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the third reaction, we have, let us take N2 plus H2. Nitrogen, this is a gas, and you add it to H2, which is also a gas, and you form ammonia, which is also a gas. Okay, so now we have to balance it first. So I will balance this for you. This is 2, and then we need 3. Okay, because there are 2 nitrogen in the reactant side, that is why I multiplied by 2. As soon as I multiplied by 2, the hydrogen became 6 this side. Then I multiplied 3 here to make the hydrogen 6 in the reactant side also. So we have molecule now. Okay, Yusra, can you tell me the molecular picture? How many molecules of N2 is required? What is the meaning of this chemical reaction? 1 molecule. Okay, what about hydrogen?
3 molecules.
How many? 3 molecules. What about NH3?
2 molecules.
2 molecule. Great. What about the molar picture? The moles? How many moles?
1,
Very good. 1 mole.
3,
For hydrogen, 3 moles. For NH3,
2.
2 mole. Okay. So till molar picture, I mean this chemical reaction, it is already telling you the answer for the molar picture, right? Up till molar picture. Yes. You don't need to, I mean, you don't even need to lift your pens up. Without pen, you can tell the answers, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now for the mass picture, calculate and tell. For
28.
N2, H2. Yeah, very good. 28 grams. For H2, it will be
6.
very good. 6 grams. For NH3, it would be
34.
34. Very good. Okay. So both of you, Samira and Yusra, are you clear about this concept now?
Yes,
Till
sir.
mass? Okay. Now, since this is a gas, this H2 is also a gas, this NH3 also a gas, we can also get a volume picture. How? What is the, how many, okay, fine. What is the volume of 1 mole of gas? What is the volume of 1 mole of gas? See the topic molar volume. In your notebook, please go to the topic molar volume.
What did you ask, sir?
I asked, what is the volume of 1 mole of gas?
Sir, 22.4 liter.
Yeah, that is correct. 22.4 liters at STP. You have to remember this at STP in your back of your head, okay? Okay, also nobody will ask you to write this type of table in your examination, okay? This is just for your understanding what a particular chemical reaction means. Okay, what about 3 moles? So I will write it as 3 into 22.4 liters at STP. Similarly, for NH3, I can write it as 2 into 22.4 liters at STP. Okay. Any doubts still here, Samira and Yusra?
No, sir.
Till the volume
No,
picture,
sir.
no doubts now. Always remember, but volume picture will be applicable only for the gaseous atoms, okay? Only for the gaseous molecules. Since here, okay, even if you have gas as one of the reactant, it is valid for that particular molecule or that particular reactant, okay? For example, if I have H2 plus O2, I have H2, which is a gas, plus O2, which is also a gas, I will get H2O. Now this will be how much? This is 2 and this is 2. So if I look at the volume picture here, this is gas, this is also a gas, O2 is also a gas, but water is a liquid in standard temperature, right? 0 degrees Celsius mein to it is either it is, you can say it is solid and liquid kind of equilibrium and at 1 atm pressure, but it is obviously not a gas, right? H2 is not a gas at 0 degrees Celsius because standard temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. For H2 you can write it as 2 into 22.4. For oxygen you can write it as 22.4 liters, but not for H2O, right? We will not write for H2O. Okay. So since you are clear with these pictures of a particular chemical reaction, okay. Now we want to go to the next concept of limiting reagent, but how to understand limiting reagent. Suppose we have a carbon dioxide molecule. So it will be found if I have a carbon atom and I have an oxygen atom. They will combine and make a molecule of CO2. What if there are 2 molecules of oxygen? What if there are 2 molecules of oxygen, Samira? Then how many molecules of carbon dioxide will be found? So we have 1 molecule of carbon, but 2 molecules of O2. What will happen now? What will happen now? Will there be any carbon dioxide, 0 carbon dioxide, 1 molecule of carbon dioxide, or 2 molecule of carbon dioxide? Okay,
Be one.
Samira, you said 1, no? It will be only 1, correct. Where's the right? You will get only 1 molecule of CO2. Okay, so this particular O2 molecule will be unreacted. This will be unreacted. Now tell me, we will be having some kind of O2 unreacted in the residual in the chemical reaction. Okay, this carbon will be completely consumed. Right? It will be completely consumed, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, let us now not tell about the molecules. Even if I say, if I have 1 mole of carbon, but I have 1 mole of O2 like this, and another mole of O2 like this, that means 2 moles of O2, I will still get 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Is that right or wrong? Right? Right? If I have 1 mole of carbon dioxide and 2 moles of oxygen, I will still get 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Correct, Samira and Yusra?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now, in this particular scenario, this carbon dioxide is limiting the production of, this carbon is limiting the production of carbon dioxide because we already have some oxygen left. If there was some carbon, then we could have made more carbon dioxide. Correct? So this carbon is the culprit and it is limiting the, here what is happening? Carbon is limiting the production of CO2. Right or wrong? Carbon is limiting the production of CO2, na? Or is it oxygen? Who is the culprit?
Carbon.
Carbon is the culprit, na? Carbon is limiting. Yes? Okay, so both of you understand now that carbon is the culprit, carbon is limiting.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now write the topic limiting reagent. limiting reagent. So what happened in limiting reagent? So there will be one reagent will be limiting. In this case, that was carbon. And how to identify carbon or how to identify the limiting reagent? The limiting reagent will be which one? The one which is completely reacted or the one which is unreacted? Yes, Samira. It should be
Just
completely. Tell me, Samira.
it is completely reactive.
Very good. So you know the definition of limiting reagent. I hope Yusra also knows because Yusra tried to turn the mic on. Yes, Yusra?
Yes, sir.
So the reagent which is completely consumed in a chemical reaction is called limiting reagent. It's called limiting reagent, okay? And when will we find the limiting reagent? When the limiting reagent is determined? It is determined. Also, one more thing. Since carbon was the one mole of carbon, we had O2 as 1 mole and 1 mole of other O2. We were still getting carbon dioxide. So this amount of carbon dioxide that is produced was determined by carbon, no matter how many oxygen molecules we have, because carbon is the limiting reagent. The amount of CO2 formed is determined by the amount of carbon in this particular scenario. Yes,
Yes, sir.
Samira and Yusra? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we can say that the limiting reagent determines limiting reagent. In short, LR, limiting reagent determines the amount of product formed. During a chemical reaction. Okay, when will you use or when will you determine the limiting reagent? So limiting reagent is determined when the amount of 2 or more reactants are given. Okay. So please write this. Then we will look at the type of question that comes under this topic of limiting reagent. We will see how to solve them.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. So now please write this question with me. You have 0.2 mole of Fe reacts with 0.2 mole of O2. What amount of Fe2O3 will be formed? Okay. So whenever you have a question in which there is reactants and product, first thing that you will do is to write the chemical reaction, the chemical equation and the balanced chemical equation. So Fe plus O2, this will give you Fe2O3. Now we have to balance this. We have 2 molecules of Fe. Also, we have 2 molecules of each. So let us see here. O2 is 2 and O is 3 here. So we'll write 2 here and 3 here. Now it is balanced oxygen. Okay, iron 4. So here we will write 4. Okay. Any doubts still here?
No,
Any
sir.
doubts still here?
No,
No
sir.
doubt. No doubt. Okay, fine. Now, please, I'm asking you a very simple thing. Okay, I'm asking you a very simple thing. I'm saying 13 kids need 2 kg of, let us say, biryani. Oh, no, not 2. I should increase now. 2 kg is very less now for 13 kids. Let us say at least 5 kgs of biryani. Okay. So one kid needs how many kgs of biryani? Yes, tell me. 5 by 13. Yusra and Samaira.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if you have, let us say, 10 kids, 10 kid needs 10 into 15. Okay, sorry, not 15. 5 by 13 kg of biryani. Okay, any doubt till here, Samaira and Yusra? Are you
Yes,
okay with these statements?
Yes, sir.
What about Yusra? Okay, is Yusra, are you here? Your mic is off.
Yes.
Okay, you just have to be very clear about this one, 5 by 13. No doubt for 5 by 13, na? Yusra, Samaira, please
Okay.
now. Okay, very good. Chalo. Now, these are the need statement. Okay, so the first statement, that is, these are the need statements. Okay, step 1 in limiting reagent, you will form the need statement. Okay, need statement, you will get the idea of need statement, and this need statement will be only for reactants. Okay, there will be no question of product should not come in your mind. You will only look at the reactant in the first step. So the need statement, you have here 4, you have here 3. So from this two stoichiometric coefficients, I can write that 4 mole of Fe needs 3 mole of O2. Any doubt?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
So 1 mole of Fe needs 3 by 4 mole of O2. Any doubts?
No, sir.
So 0. Now we will see, this is from this reaction. This is 1 mole, that is unitary method. Now we will come to the amount of iron that is given in the last statement. 0.2 mole of Fe needs 0.2 into 3 by 4 mole of O2. So this will be equal to, if you calculate this, this will be equal to 1 by 5. Please, 0.15, sorry, not 1 by 5, 0.15. 0.2 into this 3 by 4 is 0.75. So the double of 75 is equal to 0.7, it will be equal to 0.15, right? Please check these calculations and tell me if you are fine with this one. Both of you, please look at these calculations. Samaira and Yusra.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you will tell me, do we have excess of O2? So we need 0.15, but how much do we have? 0.12. So do we have excess of oxygen? Yes or no? Or is the oxygen available less? 0.12 is there with us and we need only 0.15. So it is more than needed or less than needed? Oxygen is? Yusra, Samaira? Don't know?
It's less.
This is the needed. And this is what you have. So you have more than needed, na?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes? Yes, na? You have more than needed. So
Yes.
you will now write it like this. Please don't write now, okay? O2 is more than needed. Now, if O2 is more than needed, then Fe will be, hence it will be unreacted. Therefore, some O2 will be unreacted. Now, if O2 is unreacted, what will be completely consumed? Iron, na? Therefore,
Yes, sir.
Fe is, please don't write anything now, okay? Completely consumed. Hence, Fe is the limiting reagent. Any doubt till here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No doubt. Okay. So you will write also one point here. Need statements. Don't write now, but okay. Need statements will tell you, or rather, I should say, will give you the limiting reagent. Okay. Now comes the next type of statement, which I say these are form statements. Okay. Form statements. Now, form statements in this you will have only limiting reagent and product. Okay. This will be only dealing with limiting reagent and product, because limiting reagent, this will be only dealing with the reactants. Okay. So form statements. In form statement, first statement will come from your reaction. So the reaction says that 4 mole of Fe. Why Fe? Because this is the limiting reagent. 4 mole of Fe forms 2 mole of Fe2O3. Then the unitary method, 1 mole of Fe will form 2/4 mole of Fe2O3. Now the last statement will be what, Yusra? Last statement, we will use the amount of Fe. How much Fe do we have? Yusra, how many Fe do
We have
we have? See in the question, the first line of the question. 0.2
oh,
ना?
sorry, 0.2. Yes, yes.
हाँ, कहाँ है भाई आप लोग? 0.2 mole of Fe will form, what I will do, 0.2 into
2/4
mole of Fe2O3. So if you see this will be 0.4 divided by 4 mole of Fe2O3. So this will be equal to 0.1 mole of. Okay. So are you guys done writing?
No, sir.
Please start from here. Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No? So please remember only 2 steps: need statement, form statement. Need statements आपको limiting reagent, and from form statements you will get the amount of product. Now here this was easy because you have been given the number of moles directly, but you can be given the mass, and from mass you have to calculate the number of moles. Then again you will start with the need statement, the form statement. Always whatever you have been given, just convert into moles, okay? Because mole is the currency of chemistry. If you don't have moles, it will be very difficult.
So, sir, these questions, how can they be
Wait a second. Yes, can you please repeat that?
These type of questions, for how many marks can they come in the exam?
In the examination, see, it really depends. Like this type of questions, they should come in between 3 or 4 marks. It will not be in 1 marks or 2 marks. Okay, maybe this mole type of question, maybe they can come in 2 marks, but most of the time 3 or 4 marks. Also, it depends on the teacher, na, because 11th standard is so completely in the hands of your teacher.
Yes, sir.
This is lengthy, but strategy wise, it is not much lengthy. Also, the concepts here are just the unitary method, correct? So you have to not things which this have, you have to not write. This lines is not needed, this need is not needed. Okay, everything else is, yeah, fine. Just remove this and this.
Sir, please scroll down.
Scroll down. Yusra, are you done?
Yes, sir.
From here, Samaira?
Yes, sir.
Also, while you are writing now, please try to read the whole slide at once and write at once. That will help you remembering many things. If you look up for each statements and even worse, if for each word, then that's bad. Okay, so try making a habit of reading the whole slide at once, then writing at once without looking at the board. Okay, I guess you're done, Samaira.
Yes, sir.
0.1 mole of Fe2O3. What about you, Yusra? Done?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm doing one more question for you guys, okay? And then I will give you a few questions in the assignment, okay? So please write it. Question number 2 for the stoichiometry calculation. This question you have 2 gram of, okay, no, if I write 2 grams now, nobody sees like this. If I write 2 grams, it like this, 2 gram of H2 reacts with 8 gram of O2. Calculate the amount of H2O formed. Okay. So the first thing that we will do is the chemical reaction. H2 plus O2 will give me H2O. So here we have two molecules of, okay, 2 here and then 2 here. Now here we have in terms of grams, we don't have the moles, of H2, and we don't have the moles of O2 also. So number of moles of H2 first we will calculate. Number of moles of H2 is equal to the given mass of H2 divided by the molar mass of H2. So what is the given mass of H2, Samaira? Given mass of H2? 2
2
grams.
grams.
What is the molecular mass, the molar mass of H2?
2.
Very good, 2 grams per mole. This grams and grams will cancel out each other. We will get 1 mole. This mole will get above and it will become 1 mole. Now we have number of moles of O2. Now Yusra, tell me, given mass is how much?
8 grams.
Okay, molar mass is?
32.
Yeah, 32 grams per mole. Again, grams and grams will cancel out each other. The mole inverse will get above and you will get 1/4 moles. Okay, now going to the need statements, right? I can think we can do the need statements here only. Need statements. Okay, can Yusra tell me the first need statement? What will be the first need statement? Remember that you have to just deal with the reactants. Reactants here are H2 and O2s. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the first line would be?
2 moles of H2.
Very good. 2 mole of H2 needs
1 mole of O2.
Yeah, correct. 1 mole of O2. Second statement will be 1 mole of H2 needs 1/2 mole of O2. Okay. Now, since the thing is that the number of moles with us and the number of moles here, 1 mole, it is the same. That is why we can determine the limiting reagent in this step only, right? Because the number of moles is 1 mole only. So what do you think? We need half moles of O2, but we have 1/4. So is O2 more than needed or less than needed? Needed is half, but we have 1/4. So O2 is more than needed or less than needed?
Less than needed.
Yeah, very good. O2 is less than needed. Therefore, it will be completely consumed. Hence, O2 is limiting reagent. Okay, O2 is limiting reagent. Now we will come to the form statements. Okay, form statements. So the form statement, the first line will start with the limiting reagent. So the limiting reagent, according to the question, has 1 mole and 2 moles of H2 is formed. So according to, okay, now you can also write one statement like this. Since O2 is the limiting reagent, according to, okay. Now can you please tell me, is my screen going yellowish or is it still white?
It is white.
Right, sir.
Okay, fine, it is white. According to the chemical equation, what will happen according to the chemical equation? First statement is 1 mole of O2 will form 2 moles of H2O. Now, how many moles of O2 do we have? 1 by 4 moles, right? 1 by 4 mole of O2 will form 1 by 4 into 2 mole of H2O, because it's 1 moles from 2 moles. So 1 by 4 will form 1 by 4 into 2. This will be equal to 2 by 4 moles of H2O, which is equal to half mole of H2O. Now, sometimes see, you have been given the reagents and reactants in grams, so you have to calculate the grams of H2O formed. Okay, so mass of H2O is equal to number of moles into the molar mass of H2O. I've done nothing. Number of moles is equal to given mass by the molar mass. So W will be equal to number of moles into the molar mass. So number of moles is equal to 1 by 2. The molar mass of H2O is equal to 18. Sorry. In terms of unit, this will be 1 by 2 mole. This will be 18 grams per mole. Mole and mole inverse will cancel out each other. We will get 9 grams. Any doubts? Yes, guys. Any doubts? Yusra, Samaira?
No, sir.
Please copy. Please start copying. So this part is this much is extra, na?
Yes, sir. So, sir, if the question is given in grams, then in the end of the answer, we have to convert it in grams.
Yeah, you have to, and tell the amount of H2O. They are telling you to give me the amount in grams. So in either case, if you give in grams, it is good. Even if they have given the reactants in number of moles, if you know the molar mass, try to give it in grams. Okay. So please copy this. Let me know if you're done. Let me know if I have to scroll down, okay?
So scroll down.
Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about Yusra? You have completed, Yusra?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have completed it completely?
No, sir, the form statements are left.
Okay. Form statements are.
Done, sir.
Okay. Okay. Then 9 grams. Done completely?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
So this is it for today. Okay. And you will get again the link from Nishkar sir. You got the link from Nishkar sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Chalo. Thank you very much. Okay. So we will meet in the next class. I will send you an assignment. Please do that. Okay. And if you have doubts, then we will discuss that assignment.